On May 18th, 2024, I was scrolling through Instagram and then I found this post from Bun Loops. What the heck is that, I said. This one post unlocked a secret inside of me for how anyone can make their art come to life so freaking fast, so freaking easy. Blew my sock off. But oh baby, this is way too beginner friendly, but I don't even care. I'm gonna be going through some of the greatest artists on Instagram and how the secret techniques that they use can make your art come to life so much easier and faster. And one of the big secrets, I'll give it to you for free right now, is called the two-pose storytelling. We're about to get a little learnt, a little bit of turnt. So I want you to strap on in and strap on down, and I'm about to tear your little britches off, baby. Let's go. Alright, I need you to sit down and lock in and focus, alright? When I was just a little squirt, just like you, all I wanted to do was make the coolest stuff, make worlds, and make stuff come to life, and I wish I'd done this so much sooner. So the goal here is to create your own world and your own characters and make it come to life. I want you to create your project with me. Tip number 1 is story. The problem we all have is like, what story do I tell, right? I feel like there's so much pressure on the story and making it perfect. Is it good enough? Yada yada. And that's where Bunlops comes in, baby. Look at all of these posts. There's so much freaking life and story.
That's a determined stare you're giving me and I don't know how to deal with it.
Very minimal animation, but it's kind of intimidating, right? Like, how do I start? All you gotta do is just start with one image. Look how simple this is. Making art and stories online is really tough right now because it feels like it's gotta be perfect. There's so much judgment and fear on it. The point is to not think too hard, just create something and then watch it go wherever it's gonna go. Now I'm gonna be working on my own piece. By the end of the video, I'm gonna figure out what the story is just from the image, and I want you to do the same thing. Just make one friggin' image, post it to the community Discord under our projects. So when it comes to story, we tend to overthink it. Just do the image and let the story come out. The story's already in you, Bubba. Just peek its little head out outside of you. I want to do like an in-depth video where I go through the whole story at some point, but there's just so much to go over. I like how dark it is and it's kind of creepy, got a creepy vibe. It gets even darker as it goes on.
Oh, okay. You're saying I can kill the girl?
It is such a cool, simple way to get your story across, get your relationships down, and you don't even have to do like any animating, basically. We need more people making projects like this, right? It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but now we got a big problem, right? Do I have to animate? Do I have to learn all of like movements and all this other technical crap? It's so freaking intimidating. Like Victoria here, I mean, it's still simple, right? But it just feels like there's so much movement, there's so much life. This is so intimidating to me. Komu Giku, I always look at for the style and the colors and the animation, but still, it's like, do I have to learn how to do that to make my characters come to life in the story or ocean world? Look at this stuff, is so cool. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The colors and the world building here is so freaking cool. God dog, look at that. I'm showing you all my favorite animators right now, and it's a little bit crazy because I look at this stuff and I'm like, man, this is so freaking dope. But it's like I can't do all that. Even this from Yayana is so freaking dope, but it's just like everywhere. There's just a lot of work that goes into it, you know. Like, we're gonna get to that level, all right? Eventually, you can get to that level, but let's just start at the beginning. Let's just do something simple first. Or like this stuff from Johan is crazy. It's somebody dropped you as a baby, maybe. But that's okay, because it turned out, that's fine. Whatever gets the job done, you know? Like, this is the level that I'm trying to get to. You must be out of your freaking mind. Oh, Huton is bananas. Look at all the movement. It's so slick, it's so smooth, baby. It looks really simple, right? But there's so much like stretching and squashing that's going on that you kind of don't realize all the work that goes into it. God dang, that is intense. That is pure focus. That's laser focus. It's next level stuff. And from X-Ray has this crazy good acting. It's very subtle, so there's like a lot of different poses and stuff. But I'd be one to bet to gander that you can do the same thing, but with just a couple of images, get the same idea across with something a little bit more simple. Because it's too much. It's all way too much. Everything's always moving. It's too much to compete with. Let's just take a little step back. Don't worry, Slick. Papa got your back, all right? You know Papa got that hairy back, baby. So, with these next few Instagrams that I'm about to show you, they're got to get you real turnt. Tip number 2, animation. Take everything that I just showed you, all the complicated crap, throw it away. Don't even look at it. Close your eyes. Open them. Now look at this. Boom, I'm gonna hit you with the Butterfly Girl. Butterfly Girl and Bun Lops got it down, baby.
Then you need a unicorn! Forget about therapists, journals, and ex-boyfriend! They eat bad thoughts!
My unicorn makes me so happy. Yeah, I love my unicorn. But he keeps asking to speak to Barbara. Is that...
Come on down to Rainbow Town and purchase your unicorn today!
Barb? Is that you?
They do what is a special thing called two-pose storytelling. Frame it and flame it. Two to glue. Two will do, aka load and explode. Two then shoe. Two then shoe. That's what Butterfly Girl's got, this cute page where you follow the story of this young girl. She's just going through life, you know, it's like little miniature stories. I really like the color palette, pretty freaking fly. Go check her out, the storytelling in this is pretty darn slick. Now what we're looking for is just two poses in a shot that kind of give the idea of animation, but it's not really animated. I like it because you just make two drawings, you move the head a little bit, you know, boom, you're done. And I don't care how imperfect the style is. Let me tell you something, son. In a land of AI right now, everything is perfect. Everything's always gonna look beautiful and perfect. We're steering away from that now. We don't care about that crap anymore. We want something real, something artsy, something original. And you're gonna get that by just kind of loosening it up and just kind of scooting around, you know? We're already gravitating towards something a little bit more imperfect and more, you know, story-driven and personally driven stuff. All right, wake up, people. Your brain kind of fills in the gaps, right? You don't need all the in-betweens of the animation because you're just gonna let the story play out because you want to see the story play out. The reason that I'm drawn to this is because it immediately shows who the character is and how they act, right? Just something as simple as that. I already know who that character is. These are, look, see, these are just, they're not even two poses. It's just the characters are in one pose and the other characters are in another pose. You just do that, tell your story. See, there it was. It's just a two-poser. Boom. One pose, two pose. They don't even need to be linked together. They're not afraid to, you know, go off the rails. There's so many one-and-dones, you know, there's not even that much animation in these. Bunlops really makes it work because the animation is almost just in the single pose. You get these crazy, like, proportions and exaggerated poses. That's what really makes it work. It's all in the spine, baby. It's all in these gestures. So if anything, you just work on your gestures and see like how much story you can tell in just one pose. And I know what you're thinking, it doesn't have to be in like a simple bun loop style. You can do this with any style. Like this shot here is a character's hand coming up, you know, something simple. I saw 1-2 buckle my shoe. Even in something like kind of actiony, like swinging a baseball bat, you can still break that down into, you know, two poses to get the story across. You know, it's almost like a moving comic. Whatever gets the job done, baby. Honestly, a lot of studios almost use this anyway to kind of, you know, cut back on animation. Like this sucker here, you can just cut that down into two poses. And right about now, I was like, I don't even know if I'm doing this drawing thing right. So I called my granny to see what she had to say. Oh, hey, Granny.
Hey,
What's the hardest thing about drawing?
I shake.
What advice do you have for anybody that shakes?
Don't draw.
All right, awesome advice, Granny. Honestly, that's some pretty good points. Moving on. All right, this is all fun for your own personal projects and get a little turnt, but if you want to learn from the pros, go to Project City, baby. We got artists and producers from like K-pop Demon Hunters to X-Men, always doing like student reviews and their own projects. It's not just storyboarding, right? It's like taking your projects and learning how to write better and more industry grade stuff, you know? Chase is freaking dope. He's got his own project called Die Laughing. Look at these compositions, baby. Oh my God, look at that. There's really nothing like, you know, sitting over the shoulder of a professional to see how they work. It's so helpful, especially with drawing. Here's some student projects by Tolu. That looks so cool. Here's some boards by Julian. All the students are getting so much better. Look at that. These boards are sick. Awesome job. Awesome stuff. And I know you, baby. You're doom scrolling through TikTok, that fat talk. If you replace that with something like this, where you're constantly surrounded by everybody that's on the same page and the same goals, same mission, you're gonna get better a lot faster. That's where you really start to learn. So that's leading us to tip number 3, baby, and that's backgrounds. I hear so many students always yapping, blah, 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 I can't do backgrounds, I don't know perspective. Yeah, it's intimidating. It's okay, but cool it. Relax. What you freaking do is boom, you throw down a Pinterest background. Done. Again, this is not industry grade standard, but this is just for your own personal projects. If you wanted to see it come to life quicker, you can replace the background later or whatever, but just freaking get the thing skinked, you know? And hey, with this arsenal, honestly, with this amount of work and just kind of like fleshing out the universe and the characters, they have so much more potential of just launching this as a show or getting picked up. Allow yourself to be free. Just be free, baby. Allow yourself the freedom of putting whatever kind of background on there. Just let that freedom flow. Okay, I'm about to knock your freaking britches off with this one. Look at this by Nehru. Look at that sucker. It's like all Pinterest backgrounds or photography with, you know, some film grain on it. And this is just a one and done. That's a one and run right there. There ain't even 2 to shoe. And already there's so much of the world built out. Look, even Giselle's got a couple 2 to shoe in this sucker. And the backgrounds even are so simple. Just line art with just like a drop color in them. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Boom. 1, 2. Did you see that? Giselle's a master at the 2 and shoe. Oh, I like Papa like that. Now, granted, there is like the line shaking, but that's just you're drawing the same drawing twice, I think, and just letting the line kind of have that life to it. And better yet, if you want even more control over your backgrounds, go to freaking Sketchfab, baby, and you are good to go. Look, I'm in a dang space cavern right here. You can move around and just put the camera wherever you want. Take a screenshot. That's how you do it. That's how pros do it right there. Look, let me take you somewhere nice. Where you want to go? You want to go to the city? Let's go to the city, baby. What, you want to be above the city now? Is that what you want? Oh, is that what you freaking want? You want to go up on that rooftop? Holy crap, where's San Francisco? 2055. I kind of want to do a video just exploring Sketchfab. This is incredible. This is one of my favorite things to do is go to the castles. Look at this freaking castle. It's so sick. You can do a whole story based in just this location. Oh, that is sick. You got the reflections in the windows. And this is how I did a lot of my backgrounds for like the upcoming Avatar film or the Dota stuff or even my personal work. It's so much easier, and if you want to learn perspective for real, you just do this and kind of draw over it, right? And here we kind of run into another problem. Aren't we just creating storyboards, right? Look at these sick boards from Cortland, from Invincible. There's so much movement. There's so much depth in this. It feels like there's a lot that you have to learn with the camera and perspective. Or Nikita always does some really cool boards. Look at that. There's so much like depth in that, and there's so many poses. Like, am I supposed to learn how to flip the body around like that? Like reaching for that rock, the character didn't quite grab the rock and then they had to reach again and grab it again. That's so cool, but it takes so much work, right? Or even like these boards from Nico, it's so intimidating because it's so freaking good. Or Tono's boards are insane. They're so fluid. It feels like it's animated, right? It's like a step away from animation. What it comes down to really is just the workload. It's just so much work to do boards, and I want to give you something that you can do a one and done, or maybe a 2 and a shoe, and then just get the freaking juices flowing, man. Come on. It's too much work. You can eventually get here, but let's just start a little simple thing and just get like a little 2 and shoe. A little one and done. I just want you to get hyped, man. Get hyped on your art. Boom. And now I want you to focus. Look at me. Well, I want to do style interviews with you where I help you develop your style. So the idea is you send in a video of yourself, introducing yourself and a link to your art. You can do audio of yourself talking too, but I would rather a video because you are a part of your art. We're all gonna look at your art and, you know, see who makes the art. You can send me art that you're proud of, or you can send me stuff that you want me to work on. The main thing is I want you to hit 3 points. What's your style goal? What is your greatest art fear? What is something interesting, cool, or funny about your life? That's all I wanna know. All you gotta do is say those 3 things. You don't have to put your face in the video, but I would much rather it. All right, post it on the community Discord under Artist Interviews 2025, and let's just freaking unite, brother. Let's do it. All right, and here it is, baby. The piece that I was working on that was kind of inspired by some Bunlop's style. A little bit more loosey-goosey with the line art and, you know, kind of like exaggerated forms. And for the story, I got a feeling they're living this kind of raunchy life. I like that raunchy style, kind of nasty, kind of messy. I think the story that I get from this is they're down on their money and they're kind of making a plan, right? A plan on how to get money. And this is the moment right before maybe they decide to do something really bad. Almost like a Jesse and James situation, you know? They're outlaws, you know? I feel like this is like an outlaw story. And from here, if I wanted to do the 2 and shoe, it could be something super simple. But just starting from this image, it already breeds some ideas. Give me something to kind of work off of, you know? So if you want to do a 2 and shoe, go ahead and post that in the Discord. Or if you just want to do a 1 and done, that's fine too. Let me see what you got, baby.